How did I get a company to be profitable, cash flow positive before it was even set up and a legitimate entity? So I'm going to share with you what most people that go down the business route overlook, and that's the art and ability to get a customer and make sure that there's proven demand for what your product or service is by receiving payment and receiving money. Most people spend a lot of money on setup, branding, websites, all the moving parts, put themselves miles behind before they actually have a client or customer. So you can probably take away the strategy from what I've just said, and that is go get clients and customers first, or go get demand or at least pledges to invest in your product or service in the business before you go and spend all that money to set everything up. So I learned that the long way. I built my first company, and that's been running for 12 years, and we didn't use that strategy. We set everything up, spent all the money. It took quite a few years to actually start turning a profit. We just launched our second company, which is a content only marketing agency, about 2 months ago. And before we'd even set that business up, we had 4 clients ready to go and jump on board our services. So there was already pre-existing demand, and we knew that we were going to be cash flow positive from the outset and could grow the business with the company's money and not have to dip into our own pockets to move it forward. So how do you do that? Is the question, because it's easy in theory and principle. So what you can start doing is, if you have an idea for a product or service and you want to launch a new business or a new entity, is actually go to your network and actually put those feelers out there before you launch it. Say, hey guys, I'm thinking of doing this, which is going to offer XYZ services. If anyone feels like they might be interested, I know someone that is, let us know. We just want to see if there's any demand out there. And you can post that on all your personal profiles, so Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever you have a presence. You can send that out to all your email contacts, everyone on your phone. And inside your network, if you know people and they like you and they trust you, depending on what the product or service is, I dare say you're probably going to get a few hands up that are willing to back the idea, or at least interested in that product or service. And then you go ahead, you have those conversations with those people, you enroll them, get their commitments on board, and then you have a viable business, because people have voted with their wallets and with their money as to whether or not the business is a good idea. And then you have cash that you can use for things like the website, setting up any sort of the resources you want to have. If you've got to buy stock, then you've got some pre-orders in there to fulfill those. You can even hire some offshore talent very cheaply to set up some basics, so some freelancers in countries like the Philippines and so forth, to get some cheap labor, so you're not doing the $10, $20 an hour tasks, and you can just keep focusing on business development and bringing in those new clients and customer opportunities. So that first step, if you're thinking of launching a company with a new product or service, go to your network and get some clients and ask, is there anyone that you know would benefit from this? Is there anyone interested? Put that message out there. It's very simple. It only takes you to write it out, which might be a few sentences long, and share it across those different platforms, and you might just land a handful of clients and customers for your brand new business before it's even started, and have some cash flow and things to move there. Now, obviously the goal with a business is the lifetime value of a customer and how profitable that is. So if you can think of a continuity model where if you have clients coming in, they're going to keep rebuying, they're going to have a high repurchase frequency, or that value of each customer is going to be a lot, then you're going to have a very profitable business. But if it's a business where there isn't much continuity, you get a customer, they spend the money and they're not coming back again, or they're not likely to come back for a long time, or it's not very predictable, then you're going to have to keep going out to the market to get more customers. So can you put your product or service on a subscription model where people are rebuying, rebooking, say every month, every quarter, every year, whatever it is, and start creating that consistency and cash flow before it even comes up? So with our agency, people jump on board on a weekly debit. So we know that every week we're going to be collecting a payment from that client, which makes the management of cash flow very straightforward and easy to budget and to make just financial decisions about where the money goes. So they're the 2 tips. If you're going to launch a company or a business, go out to your network, get some clients or customers and pledges on board before you go use your own money to set it up. Ideally, get paid from them first with your pre-commitments, pre-sales, pre-orders, and then you can use that money to set up all the other parts of the business. Then part 2 is have some continuity model in the business so they can come back, rebuy, keep purchasing depending on what type of product or service you offer. So if it's, say, a haircut, like I just got one today, you might have it so they pay a monthly investment for that, and that locks them in to come and get their monthly haircut. If it's a product, let's say it's coffee, you give them a monthly shipment of the coffee beans or the coffee order that they need, and that's on repeat. So you don't have to keep going back and reselling that customer. You know that every month you're going to collect X amount of money, there's going to be X amount of profit in that, and that's going to keep going. So every time you add a new client, that money keeps growing and building, so it's far easier to grow the company. Now, these all took me a long time to learn, but these are the shortcuts if you want to go into business and you want to have accelerated success that I'd highly recommend. Also, I've written on my site, aaronwitnish.com, there's a free strategies page. You don't have to opt in or anything to get access to it. It's got 12 different ways that you can get clients for less than $100 in as little as 24 hours. So if you're in business or you're looking to go into business, you can work all those 12 strategies. They're all very easy. I explain exactly what to do, and you can bring on clients and new customers with bootstrapping at a very low outlay and grow your business and get some money in the door fast. So if you want that, either put in the comments below, I'll have a link in the description and you can follow that and go over there and start working those strategies. Now, if you like this video, it was helpful, it's going to bring some money and I'll save you some time, make sure you smash the like button, give it a boost up the algorithms, make sure you're subscribing, whichever platform this is on, or following us, because we're going to be dropping a whole bunch of strategies that are going to contribute to the success of your business and growth moving forward. Thanks for watching, and any comments, any questions, put them below. I'll be answering them personally. Thanks for watching.